Okay guys, so a lot of you guys asked for it and I haven't gotten around to it. So I figured now was the time since I am ready anyways. So a lot of you guys asked that, the same exact question actually, which was if I think that we'll ever work things out down the road. And honestly, I hope and wish we could. I don't know the future, so I'm not sure. But you know, if that's what's in God's plan, that's what's gonna happen. I don't have in my head like, oh, I never want to get back with him. So it's like, that's not up to me. That's up to the circumstances and whatever happens. Are you also going to get a tattoo for your son? And actually, I got asked this a lot. If you guys know, I'm sure you guys know by now. I got a tattoo, which is this one. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's basically a cub and a rose and Zyla's name. I got that tattoo for my daughter, and it wasn't necessarily like I wanted to get the tattoo. I wanted to get a lion actually, but I didn't get a lion because a lot of people in my family actually have lions. So I was like, you know what, I'll just get a cub with a little crown, and that'll be Zyla, you know. But I do have a tattoo for my son. I have his birthday and it's here. It's like all of this thing right here, but I have that. I am planning to get a tattoo for him, but that's like down the road. Is there a future with you and your ex? Again, that's not something that is up to me. It's just up to him, and if he wants to change for me, if he doesn't, that's completely fine. I don't blame him for it. I don't resent him for it. That's his choice. But yeah, do you miss being together? Do you think you will get back together and Fidel move back in? Do I miss being together? I don't miss being with him in these last stages before we separated. I do not miss that. I do not miss that Fidel. I do not want to get back with that Fidel. I do not want that Fidel to move back in. The old Fidel, I do miss him. I mean, who wouldn't want someone to lay in their bed with you, in your bed with you, and hug and cuddle and just talk to? Like, I miss that. But that's life, girl. You see yourself being together again? Have you guys considered getting back together? We have considered it. There's been a lot of times when we're like, you know what, let's just try this again. But then we argue and we fight within the next 10 minutes, and it's just like, okay, maybe this was the right choice then. What's your favorite memory together? We have a lot of favorite memories together, but I think that my favorite memory, I have so many, but I feel like a really funny memory. Back when it was our first time ever like having sex, and I don't know what happened. I don't know. Well, you know how a guy does his thing until he's done, or he's about to be done. Well, right after Fidel like came, he farted, and when he farted, he was on top and I was on the bottom when this happened. And when he farted, he like looked back and he was like, oh shit, what the fuck? And then he looked back again, he was like, what was that? Did you hear that? And I just could not stop cracking up, because I was like, this boy did not just fucking fart and then blame the fucking his drawer. Like, that did not happen, right? But I think that's hilarious. I cannot get over that. I still think about it sometimes and I like laugh out of nowhere. Other than that, I think like our favorite memories together, it would probably be like when we got married. I guess seeing his face and seeing him cry of happiness. And another memory would be, I guess, when we had the kids. Yeah, I think those are probably mine at least. How are things going on between you guys co-parenting, and are you guys planning to work it out? Co-parenting is great, actually. I know a lot of people judge my co-parenting and they say that like, you know, how are you guys not together but you guys go out with the kids? Or how are you guys not together but he takes you to eat sometimes? how are you guys not together but you still allow him to go into your house? And it's like, that's the way I'm co-parenting, and that's working out for me. And for him, we're not complaining about it. The kids are not complaining about it. Our family isn't complaining about it, so it shouldn't really matter. I feel like I need to have a good friendship with Fidel in order for us to work out. So when we go out to eat, we talk about different things, and it's just laughter, and you know, it's what's put us where we're at right now, to where, you know, I don't want to fucking strangle him. So it works out. Favorite place to take the kids? Probably theme parks. We just love theme parks, and then we have passes, so it's like pretty much free. We're paying for it a month, so it's like, it's not expensive. All we gotta really spend is like the food, but theme parks. Would you guys ever consider getting back together? It seems like you guys get along. Like I said, we get along, I feel like, because of the style of co-parenting we're doing and how we still have a friendship. I feel like if I would have been like, fuck you, you're not gonna see the kids, or if you're gonna see the kids, come pick them up and take them for 2 hours, bring them back, that's that, peace, bye. If it would have been like that, I would have hated him right now, because we never would have been able to talk about our feelings and what we did to each other and how we hurt each other. I feel like the reason why we're so in tune with each other right now is because we talked about it, and it would have not been able to happen if we wouldn't have chose this co-parenting style. How would you guys feel if you guys get into another relationship? How would co-parenting work? I don't think I would get into another relationship that would jeopardize the co-parenting style I have now. Obviously, I wouldn't think it's right for me to go out with Fidel Friday, Saturday, Sunday with the kids. But I would look for a relationship that understands and is okay with me going with Fidel and the kids to Disneyland like once a month, or to Six Flags once a month, like something together, because I feel like it's really important for the kids to see, you know, the parents being adults and mature and getting along for them, because at the end of the day, there was love there. I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to lie and say there wasn't. So I don't know why I wouldn't be able to have a friendship with him like that, you know? And then same thing with him. I think I don't know what I would do if he would get a girlfriend who is not okay with that co-parenting style. But if she's okay with that co-parenting style, then she's okay in my books. How is co-parenting? Any regrets? I think that the only regret I have, I don't know, it's probably not doing this sooner. I feel like if it would have been done sooner, maybe we wouldn't have gotten this far. But other than that, I don't really have any regrets. But co-parenting is good. Are you guys getting back together? If so, any more kids? If we do get back together, I feel like we would have to be in an amazing like position. Or not position, but we have to be really good to have another kid. I do want to have more kids. I didn't want to just have 2. I wanted to have like 4, but obviously if we get back together and we're not going to have a kid right away, that's not going to happen. I need to make sure that the relationship is healthy enough to bring another kid into it, you know? How did you guys meet? We met in middle school. Fidel was my 8th grade boyfriend. That's how we met. His friend ended up coming, he ended up coming to me and my friends where we hung out, and he was telling my friend, like, hey, my friend said what's up, and then that's how, but yeah, so basically that's how we met. School, 8th grade. Do you feel that remaining super close for co-parenting will cause any issues with potential future partner someday? The way I think about it is I don't want a future partner who does not think of my kids as a priority the way I do. I mean, if you're going to be with me, it means that you have love for me the same way you have love for my kids. And if they don't understand that, then they're not for me. And if I'm single forever because no one is okay with that, I'm fine with that. I don't really care. In Fidel's case, he said the same thing. But you know guys do a lot of crazy stuff to get in girls' pants. So I don't know. So far it's been good. So far nothing has changed. So that's all I know. How's Fidel doing with you guys splitting? Fidel's really weird. He's like a girl. Like, some days he's fine, but then sometimes he gets so mad at me out of nowhere, and then he'll say that he can't believe I did this, he can't believe I gave up, and it's really hard, but most of the time he's pretty good. How should I go about encouraging my son to play with an autistic neighbor? There's a lot of books on Amazon that you can read to your child, but tell your child that there's nothing different between him and the child with autism, other than the child just experiences sensory in a completely more drastic way than they do. The way I told my nephews, or I tell my nephews about Zyla, is that she's just a princess. Treat other people the way you want to be treated. If your son sees this neighbor as different, tell them, if you're different than someone else, do you want them to not want to play with you? Like, that's how I would kind of, there's nothing wrong with being different. And it's not just about autism, it's about anything. It can be about any sort of disability, and it's like, you always have to treat people the way you want to be treated, because nobody is normal, you know? Like, there's something different about everyone, and your son might be 100% healthy, but one kid might see him weird, and it's like, do you want him to treat you bad? No. Like, I always teach my kids that no matter how different someone is, you should be kind and treat them the way you want to be treated. And if you see someone treating them unfairly, step up the way you would want someone to step up for you. Still physically attracted to each other? I think so. I mean, sometimes I look at Fidel and I'm like, damn. Like, I remember when we were together, he had like his hair all spiked. That's been his hairstyle forever. And then like we separated, and then he came to Zyla's birthday party with like a comb over. I was like, damn, Zaddy, what is that? We were all surprised. But yeah, in my part, I'm so physically attracted. His part, well, he tries to, you know, grab a couple little feels here and there, but so I'm pretty sure. In my part, yeah, though, I can see it like myself, yeah. How are you able to cope with the separation? It was really hard, I'm not gonna lie. I still struggle with it sometimes, like when I'm by myself, and it's like, if he was here, I would not be by myself. We'd probably be watching movies, laughing, showing each other funny memes. Like, it's really hard, but I think just looking at the kids and realizing that it's for their own good, like, I don't want them growing up in a toxic home, and I think just realizing that just made it easy. How does your family feel about Fidel tagging along family trips? And they're fine with it. They're the ones who invite him. Sometimes I don't invite him, and then like Fidel texts me and be like, hey, blah 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 invited me, it's fine, right? And I'm like, really? I think my family would back away from me before they back away from Fidel, because I'm not very like, I'm not one to like tag along to family functions. Like, I kind of rather stay home, and Fidel always did. He's more of the he's more of the outgoing person with my family, so it's like they love him. I think they always will. Who took the separation the hardest? Your Fidel? I think Fidel took it the hardest. And then with the kids, I'm sorry, with the kids, Matthias took it the hardest. Like, sometimes he'll talk to me and he'll be like, Mommy, sorry guys, but yeah, sometimes Matthias will be like, Mommy, I don't like when Daddy goes to Grandma Lucy's house, or like we'll be out and I'll go drop off Fidel, and then he'll start crying and he'll say like, Mommy, I don't want Daddy. I don't want Daddy to leave, or I want Daddy to sleep with us today. And it's really hard, but I feel like it's something that needed to be done. Sila doesn't care. I mean, she sees it, she noticed it, but it wasn't that big of a deal to her, because you know, Fidel works graveyard, so it's the same to her. He still comes in the day most of the time, so it's not that much. Matthias is the one who he's realizing, like, he knows what's going on. Sila notices it, but that's it. But Matthias like knows what's going on. What was the hardest part about the separation? The kids. I think this whole thing with Matthias is like the hardest thing. Why did you guys end things? You guys were so cute. I don't know how we were so cute. A lot of people have said that, and it's just like, our relationship was in the rocks for a long time, and I feel like I made that very, very clear to a lot of people. You know, I wouldn't post about him or anything like that. Yeah, it's just, Fidel has a lot of issues within himself that he needs to resolve before he can ever come back to try to love me. He needs to figure himself out. Do you think the separation has brought any positive changes? Yes. Like I said, Fidel has. I'm not going to discredit him. He's changed a lot, but I don't feel like he's changed enough yet. Do you wish you would have made the decision to separate sooner? Yeah, I do. I feel like if it would have been done sooner, things might have been fixed now, or wouldn't have gotten this far at least. Be number 3. If it all works out and we get back together and we are in amazing shape, I don't see why not. Do y'all still kiss and act romantic like around the kids, or not at all? We've never done that. Like, we've never acted super cute around each other, like in front of the kids, other than like hug me. But no, we don't do any of that right now. Okay guys, so I'm gonna end it here just because my camera is about to die, but there was a lot more questions. If you guys want to see a part 2, let me know in the comments down below. Give the video a big thumbs up, leave a comment down below, let me know if you want to see part 2, or if you have any questions, ask them down below. Subscribe if you're not subscribed, and I'll see you guys on the next one.